Have you ever thought about how small, thoughtful gestures can transform your relationship on both physical and emotional levels? In today's video, we'll explore 6 intimate acts that can deepen your connection with your partner, enhancing not only physical pleasure, but also emotional closeness. These simple yet meaningful gestures, ranging from the gentle touch of a finger on the lips to the careful stimulation of sensitive areas, are powerful ways to build intimacy and strengthen your bond. By watching until the end, you'll gain valuable insights into how these acts can enrich your relationship. You'll learn the secrets behind these gestures, how to execute them with care, and why they can have such a profound impact on your connection with your partner. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future content like this. And if you enjoy this video, like it to support the channel. And let me know what you think in the comments below. Type 1 if you found it helpful, or 0 if you have suggestions on how I can improve. Now, let's dive in. 1. The power of a finger on the lips. Let's start with an intimate yet subtle gesture, the act of placing a finger gently on your partner's lips. This small action can carry immense emotional weight. When a man softly places his finger on a woman's lips, it's more than just physical touch. It's a gesture of trust, vulnerability, and connection. Lips are one of the most sensitive areas of the body, with thousands of nerve endings that respond intensely to the lightest touch. When a partner places their finger on another's lips, it creates an almost electric connection. The gesture can build anticipation and deepen emotional intimacy before any further physical interaction. Think about it this way: you're not just touching their skin, you're communicating non-verbally. You're telling your partner that you're present, attuned to their feelings, and ready to share something deeper. In many ways, this action can be more powerful than words. It creates a bridge between the emotional and physical realms of your relationship. As the woman responds to the touch, either by gently kissing or sucking on the finger, the act transitions into something more. This rhythmic, almost meditative motion can evoke pleasure and desire. It's a moment where you're both fully present with each other, engaged in a feedback loop of arousal and connection. Over time, small gestures like this can become powerful reminders of the trust and affection that underpins your relationship. Reflect. Have you ever tried using non-verbal gestures to communicate your feelings? What responses did you get? If you haven't, consider adding this to your intimate moments to see how it strengthens your connection. 2. The art of finger insertion. Moving on to our second gesture, the act of gently inserting a finger into a woman's vagina. This might sound straightforward, but when done with care and attention, it can be a deeply intimate experience that transcends mere physical pleasure. Why? Because this gesture symbolizes trust and vulnerability. The woman allows her partner to explore one of the most private and sensitive parts of her body, which speaks volumes about the level of comfort and emotional security in the relationship. The key here is attentiveness. Every touch, every movement should be mindful of her responses. The gentle or firm pressure applied should match her needs, and this requires communication, whether verbal or non-verbal. Listening to her body is essential, as it will guide you in how to move, where to press, and when to adjust. A careful and rhythmic motion can stimulate various sensitive areas, including the G-spot, creating waves of pleasure that radiate throughout the body. Over time, you'll notice that this isn't just about the physical act. It's about understanding and responding to your partner's desires, making her feel cherished and respected. This act can also serve as a prelude to more intense physical intimacy. As her arousal builds, so does her emotional openness, preparing her both physically and mentally for deeper intimacy. This combination of pleasure and connection fosters a bond that strengthens over time. Pause and reflect. How attentive are you to your partner's reactions during intimate moments? Take time to observe, adjust, and communicate. It could make all the difference in enhancing your emotional connection. 3. Exploring sensitive areas with care. Our third intimate act focuses on stimulating the back area of the vagina. This part of the body, often overlooked, holds a wealth of nerve endings that can provide immense pleasure when touched with care. The back area, also known as the posterior fornix, can be incredibly sensitive. When a man carefully inserts his finger into this region, it can evoke a strong emotional and physical response. The woman may feel an almost involuntary sense of relaxation as her body responds to the touch, allowing her to open up more fully. This physical relaxation often leads to emotional openness as well. It creates an environment where both partners feel connected not just through touch, but through mutual understanding and respect for each other's bodies. As the woman relaxes, she may begin to feel more comfortable expressing her desires and needs, deepening the emotional connection between the two. Pro tip: patience and mindfulness are key here. Rushing this moment can diminish the emotional significance of the act. Instead, take your time and let the experience unfold naturally. 4. The gentle touch of a finger in the mouth. The act of gently placing a finger in a woman's mouth can trigger an intimate response that goes beyond the physical. It's a sensual gesture that invites a shared experience of vulnerability and pleasure. The lips and mouth are rich with sensitive nerve endings, making even the slightest touch feel significant. When a woman starts to suck on her partner's finger, it creates a rhythmic motion that can be both soothing and arousing. It's a gesture that mimics oral intimacy, building anticipation for what may come next. The key here is gentleness, being attuned to her responses and adjusting your movements accordingly. This simple act can build trust and connection, allowing both partners to feel more relaxed and in tune with one another. Non-verbal gestures like this often communicate desire and affection in ways that words can't. It's about being fully present with your partner, offering them your attention and responding to their cues. Reflect. Next time, try to be more mindful during these subtle moments. How does it change the dynamic between you and your partner? You might find that such small, sensual gestures carry more weight than you realize. 5. Enhancing the anticipation. One of the most powerful aspects of these intimate gestures is the anticipation they create. As you gently explore your partner's body, whether it's by placing a finger on their lips, inserting a finger, or stimulating a sensitive area, the anticipation of what's to come can heighten both arousal and emotional connection. Building anticipation doesn't just make the physical experience more pleasurable, it deepens the emotional connection as well. This is because anticipation allows both partners to stay present in the moment, savoring each touch, each movement. It's a form of mindful intimacy that encourages both to focus entirely on one another. The anticipation that builds in these moments is not only about physical pleasure, it's about trust, communication, and the shared journey toward deeper intimacy. Consider, how can you create more moments of anticipation in your relationship? Sometimes slowing down and focusing on each step can make the experience more fulfilling for both partners. 6. The lasting impact of small gestures. Finally, let's talk about the long-term impact of these seemingly small, intimate gestures. They do more than just enhance physical pleasure in the moment. They help build a stronger emotional foundation for your relationship. These gestures can become shared memories, moments that remind you both of the closeness and trust you've cultivated. By regularly engaging in such intimate acts, you're creating a foundation of trust and understanding. These small but significant actions can help you weather difficult times in your relationship, acting as a reminder of the bond you've built. In conclusion, intimacy is about more than just the physical. It's about connecting emotionally, feeling safe and understood by your partner. Whether it's the gentle touch of a finger or the exploration of sensitive areas, these gestures foster a deeper connection that strengthens both emotional and physical intimacy. Take your time, be present, and explore each other with care. Your relationship will grow stronger as you build trust and understanding, one intimate gesture at a time.